from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Friday, May 22nd, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. Breaking news tonight from the city of Hazleton. A motorcycle was struck by a vehicle in the area of Buttonwood and Poplar Streets near Holy Rosary Church just after 5 o'clock this evening. The Hazleton Fire and Police Departments, along with APTS, responded to the scene. According to police, the vehicle fled the scene after impact. Lifeline has been called in to take the victim to a local trauma center. No word on the extent of his injuries or the description of the vehicle that hit him. Police are still on scene investigating. A West Hazleton woman was taken into custody after a child abuse incident. 24-year-old Lourdes Rodriguez was under investigation by the West Hazleton Police Department since March. Emergency responders were called to a West Madison Avenue home on March 21st for a report of an unresponsive infant. The baby was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, where investigators were told that she suffered serious traumatic injuries. Authorities determined that Rodriguez allegedly caused those injuries. Police obtained a warrant for her arrest, and she was taken into custody late yesterday afternoon. Rodriguez was arraigned before District Magistrate James Dixon. She was charged with 1 felony count of assault, 2 misdemeanor counts of endangering the welfare of children and recklessly endangering another person. She was taken to the Luzerne County Prison and awaits a preliminary hearing. 2 Hazleton men are behind bars tonight after admitting to Mahoning Township Police that they stole a television set from a department store to fuel their heroin addiction. 23-year-old George Cranack and 27-year-old Stanley Carter stole a 40-inch TV from Walmart back on April 24th. The pair also told police that they stole several other items around that time. 28-year-old Holly Carissa is also facing charges for her role in the incidents. 5 open retail theft cases have now been closed due to their arrests. They are facing charges of retail theft and criminal conspiracy of retail theft. Cranack and Carter are behind bars for lack of bail at the Carbon County Prison. A recent report shows that Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton has one of the best operating margins. The Pennsylvania Healthcare Cost Containment Council released its latest report yesterday. It focuses on general acute care hospitals. The operating margin is the percent of money left over after all of the operating costs have been paid. The average operating margin for Luzerne County was 5.08% in 2014. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton posted 13.59%, a total margin of 17%, and a 3-year average of 15.41%. Wilkes-Barre General rated the lowest with 4.19%, while Moses Taylor and Regional Scranton ran negative margins. An award ceremony was held last night at the Hazleton One Community Center. Our Julie Stefanovich has more on this story.
Each year, students from Penn State volunteer in the student teaching program at the Hazleton One Community Center. The university has partnered with the center since its inception in 2013.
A wonderful partnership for us, and just look at our students, they're so excited, and that's what it's all about, you know, getting our students excited about learning.
The Penn State students work in the school district by day, then come to the after-school program where they get to interact with the children. Kirby Donaldson is from California and thinks that the Hazleton One after-school program can be an example for other programs across the nation. She also values the time spent with the students.
It means to come down here and help these students is enormous. We personally have learned so much just from the students themselves rather than, you know, from school and stuff like that. Every student teaches us something different. What works is that we are doing a class for Penn State. However, we are involved in the after-school program, so we have been following certain students that are involved in the ceremony tonight to their schools, learning about how they work at their schools and with their teachers and their peers, and then we come to the after-school program and we work with them in the after-school setting.
The kids also learn from their mentors. We spoke with George Madera, who was involved with many of the activities at Hazleton One.
The program it's a lot of fun because it's just a lot of fun. You get to do your homework here. I like how they also have different stuff to do. Like they have a chess tournament coming up. I'm in the chess tournament. I love playing chess. Chess is a lot of fun. And with the Penn State students, we've had a lot of fun with the Penn State students. Mostly when the after school program is done, we go upstairs to the conference room. We just start talking. That's a lot of fun.
George also has big aspirations for his future.
Vice President of the United States, hopefully.
All the students participating in the program received awards along with local businesses, community organizations, and people who represent the community as a whole. In Hazleton for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. If you drove down Kennedy Drive in McAdoo today, you may have noticed the McAdoo Fire Department hard at work trying to raise money. This was the 4th year, according to Fire Chief Robert Leschko, that firefighters have been holding this boot drive.
We do our boot drive. It started off the 1 year actually when the interstate was closed. We figured we'd have a lot of traffic, and ever since then we kept doing it. So at this point we keep doing our boot drive, and it has been very successful. We get great support from not only our local residents but the out-of-town people that are driving through.
The boot drive is to help raise money for the department to help keep it going and to buy equipment that's needed.
Everything we get here today goes for the upkeep and support of all the apparatus, the equipment, new radios that we're in the presence of buying. So there's a lot of stuff that it goes towards, and it is a big help.
The fire department will be back at it tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. So if you would like to help out the local fire department, stop by Kennedy Drive in McAdoo. And make sure to tune in to WYLN's Evening Edition and Late Edition next week for details on how you can win tickets to this year's Pocono Raceway to see NASCAR greats battle it out on the Tricky Triangle. WYLN has a family 4-pack of tickets to give away to one lucky viewer. The gates open at 8 a.m. and the green flag will wave at 1 p.m. Those who are interested in these tickets, remember to watch WYLN on Monday at 5:30 and 10 p.m. for your chance to win. Time now for a first look at our forecast. It's Memorial Day weekend, and I'm sure many plans have been made, and hopefully the weather will stay dry and warm. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, what kind of weather can we expect?
Well, overall, not looking too bad as we head into this upcoming weekend, but as we go into tonight, we're looking at some very cold temperatures dropping down into the 30s. You can clearly see that we do have those frost advisories in effect through tonight and early tomorrow morning. In some areas, freeze warnings in effect for tonight into early tomorrow morning. So again, if you have anything outdoors, you probably want to cover them or bring them indoors to be on the safe side so they can survive the rest of the spring and going into this summer. Now, there's been a couple of sprinkles. There's been a couple of stray showers out there. And temperature-wise, looking like this: 57 in New Angola, 66 in Berwick, 65 in Monoy City, and 67 degrees in Bloomsburg. A complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a few moments.
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, a teacher from Marion High School received a prestigious award for her work with this year's yearbook. Stay tuned. More news is headed your way only on WYLN.
You're watching WYLN News, Greater Hazleton's only local news broadcast, with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, weather with Joe Garbacik, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
Penn State is right here in the Hazleton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazleton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit-hazleton.
Spring is here and summer is on the way. Stop by Smith Floral Company for all your garden needs. Vegetable plants, bedding plants, hanging baskets, perennials, herbs, and more. Ask about their beautiful cemetery logs and tributes. Smith Floral Company is under new ownership with the same friendly staff to help you. Delivery worldwide.
At Whitetail Preserve, they pride themselves with giving their guests 5-star service. They are now open for lunch 6 days a week and offer limited delivery service for lunch to businesses in Cunningham, Valmont, and Humboldt Industrial Park. Call them at 570-384-2314.
A school in Schuylkill County received a national award for its yearbook. WYLN's Gary Perna has more.
The Marian Catholic High School's 2015 yearbook won a national award from the publishing company this year. Yearbook advisor Mary Davis said she was shocked when she learned the news.
Our yearbook representative from Johnston nominated us, unbeknownst to us, for a national award for producing a quality yearbook. It has always been my goal as a yearbook advisor to make sure everybody is included, and we set a goal that everyone is included at least 3 times, but this year we wanted to do more than that. So we tried to get in as many times as we could, different people, by covering all different kinds of events, not just sports, but different activities that were happening at the school. The students were able to submit pictures that they took on their iPhone, and they themselves, the staff, could then upload them to the yearbook site so then that we could use it to produce the book.
Davis said the yearbook is put together by the students throughout the school year, in classes and also after school.
In the class, it goes for 3 marking periods, and then they have research the 4th marking period. So it's very useful. Now, granted, we cannot do everything in that class period. There's an awful lot of things for the yearbook that has to be done outside of class, and the kids are very good with the innovations that have come about with technology, that they can do a lot of this at home. It's all online, it's in the cloud, so it's very helpful that we can produce the book.
Lauren Nitz is a senior at the school, and she was on the committee that put this yearbook together. She said a lot of hard work and time went into this year's book.
It takes everyday work. You got to show up every day like a job. Everybody divides the work up differently according to your talents. Like, we had some people who are great photographers, great writers. I knew everybody, so it's hard work, but it's fun work because we're doing something that you're good at.
Nitz said she really enjoyed working with Davis every day.
It's so great. Mrs. Davis is such a wonderful person to work with because she dedicates as much of her time as we do, and she puts in so much effort, so she's so great to work with.
All of us here at WYLN would like to congratulate the Marian Yearbook Club for being recognized on a national level. In Rush Township, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast, plus a look at how a church in Mountaintop is planning on building a new church to accommodate its growing congregation. Stay tuned, that and much more coming up only on WYLN.
Your home should be filled with the ingredients that most inspire you. Let relaxed sophistication fill the air and the walls around it. Find beautiful cabinetry finishes and details that capture your personal style. Craft-made. It becomes you.
Call, click, or visit your local Craft-Made dealer today.
WYLN Weather is sponsored by Coordinated Health. Coordinated Health. We make you better together.
I grew up in Pittston. I know what it takes to live in a small town. I know a lot of these people, and they know me.
And that's why I believe everyone should have access to high-quality, affordable health care. And why I'm pleased to tell you about a new choice, Coordinated Health. I want the very best for my family, friends, and neighbors, and I know Coordinated Health
will bring a new level of patient care to the Wyoming Valley.
All Care Home Care, the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational, speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
We got a stray shower moving through our area not too long ago, but very quickly those clouds cleared out. Now we have sunshine. Got a couple of those cumulus clouds out there. Overall, pretty nice. A little bit of a breeze, temperature-wise, very nice, and we don't have to worry really about any of that humidity in the air. Here's a look at the map for today, and you know, there were some spotty showers, some spotty sprinkles across our area, but again, no reason to cancel any outdoor plans if you had them today. Not too bad of a day, and temperature-wise, like I said, was nice, and we didn't have to worry about those humidity levels. There is that lone shower and locally heavy downpour on our live 35 Skycast Doppler that was just coming through the Hazleton area. You can see it's just to the east of it right now, especially those locally heavy downpours. But other than that, rest of our area, things shaping up to be pretty nice. 65 degrees our live Lehigh Tire conditions. Outside our TV station in Hazleton, pressure coming in at 30.01 inches of mercury. Our coordinated health almanac page for the day, 67 for the high, 41 for the low, 71 and 49 are the averages. Records still stand, 540, 821 sunrise and sunset for the daytime hours of tomorrow. 59 now Mount Pocono, 68 Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 72 in Williamsport, 66 in State College. So, in terms of our area, next couple hours, a sprinkle, maybe a stray shower at best. That pretty much is about it because there's really nothing organized across our area. Looking at the numbers, again, as we head through tonight, we're going to be looking at temperatures dropping down into the 30s, so a very chilly night tonight. And then Sunday morning, notice waking up with temperatures generally in the 40s. So again, there is that chance of some frost and some freezing conditions as we head through tonight in parts of our viewing area. Be wary of that if you have anything already growing outdoors, because it's going to be a cold one out there tonight. But temperatures will rebound pretty nicely as we head into tomorrow. Looking pretty nice for our Saturday, and then going into next week, that's when temperatures really start to be on the increase. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect over the next couple of days. Going into tomorrow, looking pretty nice, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe you'll have to dodge a shower or two here and there, but that pretty much is about it. And then holding in the 70s and finally getting up to near 80 degrees. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers: a pick 2, 3 8s, to pick 3, 2, 6 0, and a pick 4, 7 9 4 3. We'll continue to have more for you coming up after this break.
Wilkes-Barre on Tuesday, May 26th. Feel the thrill of WWE SmackDown as Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Dolph Ziggler team up to battle WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, Bray Wyatt, and The Big Show in a 6-man tag team match. Plus, don't miss Sheamus live. It's WWE SmackDown, Tuesday, May 26th. Tickets are available.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget. Restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
Welcome back. I am now joined by Father Joe Ivanko of the St. Jude's Church in Mountaintop. And Father, you're looking at expanding a church. You have a lot of parishioners, and now your plans are to build a whole new church.
Yes, for over 20 years the parish has always looked at building a new church, because not only for growth reasons, but the present church needs a lot of work, and it's more responsible to build new. And so we are in our last year of a 3-year campaign in which by this time next year, we will have raised $4 million, which at this point is half of the project, and then we'll work with the diocese in terms of borrowing the rest. And so in the meantime, we're trying to do other fundraisers to help us with that as well. So that's where we're at. Hopefully, God willing, as we're in the stages now of working with permits and zoning and also approvals from the bishop, that God willing, in spring of 16, we could put a shovel in the ground.
And where will this church be located?
It will be, well, we're on 309, and this will be on the corner of 309 and Church Road, so up a little bit, more towards Hazleton on that corner, because the more research we've done, and this has been like a 6-year project at this point. We've had it on various sites on the property, and that seems to be the best for parking and for access. So that's where we'll be, on the corner, so it'll be pretty substantial to be seen.
This is obviously an exciting moment for the church and for the parish to have, to actually build a church with so many people coming into the parish. Tell me about that and the feelings that kind of, how you feel about it.
Well, it's very exciting. It's a lot of work, but it's very exciting, and it presents us with many opportunities. The part of the exciting part for me is I was an assistant there before, so I knew that it was being talked about 20 years ago, and now to actually have done the work to get to this point and to really start to see it come to fruition is very exciting. It's always scary when you start to do something new, but in this time when we have been closing a lot of churches, because population shifts, and that's one of the great things about the Mount Hope area is, you know, we still have growth. In the last couple of months, we've registered 23 new parishioners, families, so we still have growth, and it looks like the future will still be there when we project out.
Can you give us any ideas on the plans? What will be new to the church? Access for everyone?
Well, if you're not familiar with the present church, it's actually an L shape. Because when Mount Hope started to grow after the 72 flood, the pastor time just said knock down the wall. There was the church, and then there was a cafeteria. So that created L. So actually right now, in some ways at each Mass, we have 2 congregations that don't see each other. So that's crazy and not a good way to pray. So the new church is definitely going to be, it'll be in a cruciform. Like if you were to look at it from the air, it'll be in a cruciform shape. But within the cruciform shape, it will be fanned with a pitch floor, and it will seat roughly 800 to 850 people, which will allow us to reduce the Mass schedule, which is helpful for now as we deal with certain issues with priests, a number of priests and all. And we're going to use a lot of things from the area. We have the marble altars and other marble pieces from St. Francis in West Hazleton that closed. We have priceless stained glass windows from the early 1900s from Holy Family Church in Scranton that was closed. So we're using a lot of really sacred items that we got from closed churches and keeping them in the diocese, which is enabling us to make bring together a contemporary and a traditional church so that it kind of satisfies everybody's own personal piety, but also preserves the history of the diocese. And also we could never afford to commission stained glass windows like that now.
All right, so estimated time of completion?
Well, it will put a shovel in the ground spring of 16 with the moving in the spring of 17. It's like a 12 to 14 month construction period.
All right, well, congratulations on this large project, and of course I know your parishioners are probably very excited about being able to worship in a new church. So thank you very much, and I appreciate you taking the time and explaining this to myself and to all of our viewers. Thank you so much. All right, well, stay tuned. WYLN Sports is up next, plus Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have a final look at our forecast.
For all your projects, large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curbing to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available, or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today. On election night, after the numbers were in, the WYLN election panel was the first to call the winners. And WYLN was the first television station in the area to speak with Republican and Democratic Hazleton mayoral candidates Jeff Cassatt and Jack Mundy moments after they won the primary election. This November 3rd, you'll know who to turn to for all your election night coverage. WYLN, we're your local network.
Last night, it was Dallas High School playing host to 2 district championships. We start outside with boys lacrosse and a Mountaineers team playing with the benefit of home field advantage. Dallas versus Crestwood for the district title and the right to advance to states. Trailing 4-2 in the third quarter, the Mountaineers' Corey Metz sidearm scoop shot for the score. But all night, Crestwood answers right back. This insane goal here from Robert Coslett, just an example. Have to show this again. Behind the back, no looker, and it's the Comets, your District 2 champs, with a 14-9 victory. We head inside now for the boys volleyball title match featuring unbeaten Holy Redeemer and one-loss North Pocono. Hard to stop that right there. 6'7" John Carr elevates for the kill and deflates the Trojans' hopes. 17 kills for Carr. Here on the other side, it's Mike Gutowski for the Royals, and Holy Redeemer wins in straight sets, capturing their 5th consecutive district crown. On Thursday, PNC Field saw a season high in attendance. The fans came to watch Masahiro Tanaka make a rehab start with the Rail Riders, but were treated to an excellent game even after the Aces' exit. Tanaka goes the designated 3 innings without allowing a run or walk, while striking out 2 and allowing 2 hits, hitting as high as 92 on his fastball. Scranton Wilkes-Barre falls behind in the middle innings, but trailing 3-0 in the 8th, Ramon Flores to right, Rob Segedin rounding third, and beats the throw to the plate. Rail Riders able to tie it up, forcing extras, and in the 10th, Ben Gamble, the high bouncer, Bulls can't handle, and Rob Refsnyder with the winning run in the big-time atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, Tanaka's a rock star, really good guy. He, probably goes unsaid, but he bought us the spread tonight. It's class act, good guy, fun to play behind. So definitely could feel the energy. He's a star, but he's super humble and a great guy. So.
Tonight, the Rail Riders go for another win against the Bulls, while the Iron Pigs host the Knights. Here last night, the Iron Pigs against the Durham Bulls. Ben Begasevich goes deep center, deep fly. That's 400-plus feet for the home run, and the Rail Riders end up winning this one 3-1. Jolie Rodriguez goes 7 scoreless for Lehigh Valley. In the scoreboards, the Rail Riders hosting the Bulls again tonight. Tanaka no longer with Scranton Wilkes-Barre, but could make another rehab start, while the Iron Pigs hosting the Bulls again. In the MLB, the Phillies, Yankees, and Mets all open up new series. The NHL's Game 4 Eastern Conference Finals, Henrik Lundqvist looks to improve upon 2 outings, allowing 6 goals each. And in the NBA's Eastern Conference Finals, the Cavaliers look to steal another game in Atlanta. A couple of local coaching hires announced last night. Kurt Ziegmont stays in the Division I of the Schuylkill League, but switches from boys to girls hoops and from North Schuylkill to Pottsville, becoming the head basketball coach for the Lady Tide. And former Hazleton area softball coach Vince Trivelpiece hired to coach girls basketball at Crestwood. Those are your sports. Coming up, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the weather.
It always feels good to pull my own part. Saves a lot of money, too.
I've never actually pulled it before, but I think it's time.
It's environmentally conscious, and it can be a lot of fun.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer who's up for an adventure, then come out to Harry's You Pull It. Pull your own quality recycled auto parts for up to 90% off the cost of buying new. Savings like that'll keep more money in the bank, which could lead to even greater fun. Harry's You Pull It. WeGotUsed.com.
Just a couple of stray showers and sprinkles throughout parts of the state of Pennsylvania, but again, that's about it. Nothing significant. And temperature-wise, a higher elevation like Mount Pocono, it's only in the upper 50s. Elsewhere, temperatures generally holding in the 60s to lower 70s. But tonight, it is going to get very cold. We're going to be looking at temperatures dropping down into the 30s. So, of course, there are those frost advisories in effect for our area, and some freeze warnings in effect as go up toward the northern tier of Pennsylvania. So that basically means if you have anything outdoors, you may want to cover them or bring them indoors just to be on the safe side through tonight into tomorrow morning. And then overall, there's a look at your weekend and next week.
Frost advisories Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah. what we can expect. It's nothing out in the ordinary.
It's like the beginning of summer, a lot of people look at it as, so I guess we'll have to rearrange some plans.
Yeah, the unofficial start this summer. Sure.
All right. Well, if you do have any plans, be safe and have fun, be safe, and thank you to all of our veterans. Have a wonderful weekend.